Hello and welcome to the Heart of Dentistry podcast. We're looking forward to bringing you the tools that will be so helpful in making your career full of heart and fulfillment.
Hello, everyone. This is Jamie Marbo Nichols, and I am here with Brandi Hooker Evans for the Heart of Dentistry, taking the ache out and putting the heart back in. And we are really excited today, Brandi, aren't we? Because we've got a second time visit and podcaster with us. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce her.
So this particular friend of mine, I had the most awesome opportunity to be on a spiritual panel with about a year ago. And I learned so much from her every time we talked. The last time we visited, we learned that if you have something that's important to you, you got to pick one and spend 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week working on it. And then you can watch your entire world transform in that forward motion for that one most important thing. And I'm super excited to say that she's also one of my favorite authors. Her weekly email is one of my favorite in my inbox. And we're very much looking forward to her 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, getting her book that is going to be blessing us soon with no pressure as it does come in those 5 minutes, and however many sets of 5 days you need, Kristie, take it. But I am honored to share with you guys Mrs. Kristie Boltz. She is a phenomenal human being and is incredible at getting the right type of teams to take care of the right type of patient so that the dental office can thrive and really serve its purpose on this planet. So, Kristie, thank you for joining us again on the Heart of Dentistry podcast. We love you like crazy, and we want to hear about what you do for offices and teams. Like, teach us the ways.
Guys, I'm going to make it so easy. Some of you who are listening thought, oh man, it's a marketing person. I hate marketing. I don't want to hear about this. Full disclosure, I was an adjunct college math professor at Cal State Sacramento. And that job involved teaching the students who had been admitted on conditional enrollment to the university. Some of you remember when you went to university, you had to take like the ACT or the SAT. From what I understand, it's totally changed now, and some of us don't have to take that anymore. But when I went to school, yes, there was a Scantron. Somebody used that term the other day, and I'm like, you're dating yourself because those don't exist anymore, right? And we had our math test, and the university would admit students on conditional enrollment. They might have had a great English score, but their math score wasn't great. And so all those kids were in my class. Now, in high school, I had a phenomenal math teacher. I had her twice, Mrs. Hayes. And one day, Mrs. Hayes decided that she was going to teach us statistics. And when we walked into class that day, she had pushed all the desks together and set up craps tables. Right?
I like that already.
Right. Today, I look back and go, Catherine Eitel would go, that's absolutely brilliant. That's a great opener. Like, she would give us all the tips on why Mrs. Hayes was a presentation genius. Right? But what she knew was that students would remember if we taught it in a way that was memorable. Right? Let's not turn to page 267 and read about odds. Let's start rolling in 7s and 11s, and we had fun. Right? And so when I went to teach, and here's a bunch of kids who didn't have great math scores, they hated math. Most dentists hate marketing. Hey, if they loved marketing, they wouldn't be dentists. Hey, they would be chief marketing officers. All right. Well, what in the world is a math professor doing as a chief marketing officer? Well, because guys, here's the thing. Marketing is just easy math. And the conditional enrollment kids hated math, which meant I couldn't teach it the traditional way. just like Mrs. didn't teach statistics. So I ripped out a page from her playbook, and sure enough, there were days we played craps, and there were days we did it differently. And so for the next 9 minutes, time me, Brandi, 9 minutes, I am going to teach you everything you need to know about marketing, even if you hate marketing. And you're going to learn that marketing is just easy math. Are you ready?
So ready.
Ready to go.
Here we go. Blank sheet of paper, number 1, 2, and 3. Oh my gosh, she's like a teacher. Do I have to put my name at the top? Yes, you have to put your name at the top, okay? 1, 2, and 3. There are only 3 kinds of marketing. Whether you're a dentist, whether you're Coca-Cola, whether you're Stanley Mugs, whether you're Apple Computer, or the dry cleaner down the street, there's only 3 kinds. Here's what they are. Number 1, interruption. Number 2, permission. And number 3, marketing with meaning. Bookmark this podcast. Every coach and consultant that's listening to this, when you go into an office and they're like, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Just come back to this. There's only 3 kinds. So the first thing you got to do is go, this marketing thing that I'm going to do, which one of these buckets does it fall in? Interruption. Exactly what it says it is. Interrupting the customer from whatever it is they're doing and trying to get them to pay attention to you. Think TV ads, radio ads.
Super Bowls.
Think social media sponsored posts. No one is going to Instagram going, yes, I really need that magic squirrel house to protect the bird feeder in my... That's an interruption. Yeah. So everybody is like, oh, TV's terrible. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do some Instagram sponsored posts. Now, spoiler alert, all marketing works. When you follow the rules, it all works. There's just different set of rules for each one. So interruption, interrupting the customer from whatever it is they're doing, trying to get them to pay attention to you. Okay? There's 2 forms of marketing currency. We talk about money a lot. We forget to talk about time. Both forms of currency matter. Interruption takes a lot of money, usually takes very little time. All I got to do is stroke a check. I'm putting a postcard campaign in the mail. I'm picking the routes. I'm approving the postcard. I write the check. I'm done. I'm back to seeing patients in 17 minutes. Okay? Instagram will guide you through the sponsored posts in less time than that. And then it will ask you for your budget and you'll say, I want this. No, you don't want that. You want this budget. Okay? Interruption marketing works very fast. It produces the worst customer. It has a conversion rate through the funnel. Whoa, she's using big words. Conversion rate through the funnel of 50%. Here's how that works. 100 people see the ad, 50 call, 25 schedule, 12 show up, 6 actually say yes to the treatment and reappoint. I went from 100 to 6. Well, that's really stupid, Kristie. Why would anybody do that? Because it didn't take very much of your time.
Yep. Well, time's money. Right?
Works very fast, produces the worst patient. 50% conversion through the funnel, 1 to 3 return on your money. You're going to spend $10,000 on this thing, expect $30,000 back in collectible production as your minimum. I have people that give much more than that, but that's where we start. Okay. All right. Next, permission. Once again, exactly what it says. I gave you permission to market to me. I gave you my email address. I gave you my phone number to text me. I get a text from Joanne Fabrics every day. I refuse to unsubscribe because I do not want to miss what?
A good deal.
One.
Stop screaming deal that Now, it works, guys. All marketing works. Some of you are like, oh yeah, I did give that company my email and I'm staying on it. For example, I have a girlfriend, Cotopaxi semi-annual warehouse sale. I'm getting the Cotopaxi emails every single day because I'm waiting for the 2 semi-annual sales. Most dentists don't have patients sitting there going, ooh, I'm waiting for the whitening sale email. Because you don't email them regularly enough anyway. But you should, because email is the most underutilized form of permission marketing, and it works really well in a dental practice. Permission. I give you permission. I go to Google, I type in, who is the best dentist near me? Open on Friday, takes Delta Dental and sees kids. Or I ask SIRI or ALEXA. That's permission. You're giving the search engine permission to market to you. Anything that's opt-in doesn't work as fast as interruption. Takes a little bit more time because I got to be a little bit more strategic on the front end. 70% conversion through the funnel. 1 to 10 or better return on my money. I looked at somebody's yesterday. It was 1 to 84. Produces a better patient than interruption. Well, why? Because you got their permission.
Got it.
Last
I'm yet taking notes.
You great too.
That I'm a firstborn type A dental hygienist.
Yes. I'm writing mine inside my hand. I'm using the same piece of paper.
I love it. Okay. All right. Now, the best is the third. Marketing with meaning. Where the marketing itself enhances the life of the customer.
This is like what you do with the Challenge Athlete Foundation, because you cannot watch someone that's had some sort of a major physical challenge go and do a major physical feat, hear the journeys and the stories alongside of it, and leave that email even the same person that you started when you began reading it. And so of course, Jamie and I are going to be like, we love marketing with meaning. With meaning.
So listen, most people love marketing with meaning, even when they don't. Listen, I appreciate the compliment. Kristie, we love your weekly email blast. Thank you. It is marketing with meaning. It started as permission because you gave me my email address, but the fact that you're getting value from it, it's making your life better. I'm not sending you an email every day going, hey, can you send me some clients this way to learn about their new, like, I don't use it as a sales tool.
But naturally you get a lot of naturally you get a lot of traction because it's with intention on not, whether it's marketing, getting to know you better, whatever it might be, getting people to donate, so it's, and you took the time, out of all of them, takes the most time, right?
For big fat hint, it takes the most time. There's a reason it takes the most time. It's the best one.
Yeah.
It produces the best patient. A gift that you personalize to a patient. I'm not talking about the plastic bag with the toothbrush and toothpaste that you're giving everybody at the end of the hygiene appointment. That is not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the fact that I know Jamie and her husband love fish. And there's a particular restaurant down the corner or down the street from their house. And I remember that from my conversation when she's in with me as a patient, which means there is a line item in the marketing budget called team service budget, where the hygienist remembers, oh, Jamie and her husband love this, so I'm going to go grab some stationery. I'm going to write a card. Dear Jamie, it was so great to see you. Dave is amazing. Thanks for making him a part of our practice. And I got to tell you, you are just fantastic. Please enjoy dinner on us. And bing, right in the gift card is in the card is $100 gift card to the restaurant. Marketing with meaning, where the marketing makes the customer's life better. Public relations, community involvement, charitable activities. I'm not talking about I wrote a check to St. Jude. That's a good thing. We should all do it. Okay? That's not necessarily what this is. Marketing with meaning, where the marketing itself makes the customer's life better. Patient of the week, patient appreciation events, first class cabin activities, community involvement, where I'm just a good community-based practice. I have a coat drive in the spring, not in the winter. I have it in the spring when everyone's cleaning out their closets, and then I donate that. Marketing with meaning, where the marketing enhances the life of the customer. 1 to 20 return, 90% conversion through the funnel, produces the very best patient there is. In fact, in practices who do this right, this is where most of their new patients come from. And as a result, they don't need a lot of the other two.
Yeah.
And that was just barely under 10 minutes. So good job, Kristie.
I love this. I had a client that they asked on their intake form some of their favorite hobbies, interests, and/or time away from home. And they would do exactly what you just said. One of them was, somebody said, I don't get to go to my cabin very often, but when I do, I just love fly fishing. And so they did exactly what you said. And when they came back for their 6-month checkup with the hygienist, she had a year subscription to their to Stream and whatever that fishing magazine is.
Stream.
Yeah, Field and Stream. Thank you. I should know that. Field and Stream for a year. Simple. It's like, $15. I don't know. The whole thing was like $40. That is magnificent. So this is a good reminder because I have forgotten that they did this. It's a client from about 10 years ago. And what a magnificent, brilliant, and simple. And people say, well, I can't afford to do $100 for every single patient to go whatever, How could you not? If they're spending thousands and they're referring their families and friends and neighbors and stuff, how could you not afford that?
Well, remember, marketing's just easy math. And so I said 1 to 3, 1 to 10, or 1 to 20. So everyone has a different budget, just like every patient has a different treatment plan. And that budget is governed by the average value of a new patient. I'm married to an accountant. Your accountant may tell you spend 2 to 3% on marketing, spend 8%. Spend here's what you should spend. The Goldilocks amount.
Whatever's most comfortable.
Not too little, just right to attract and retain the patients you want.
Yeah. Love it.
Most of the time, it's not very much money. It's just time.
Yeah. Wow. This is very enlightening. I think that these 3 types of marketing, you really laid it out there so nicely and eloquently that I think anyone, even me with sometimes a bad memory that has to write down everything, like I can remember, I know I have my notes right by me, but interruption, permission, and marketing with meaning. Oh my gosh, that is lovely. I love it. I know that our listeners will get a lot out of this. And we do get a lot of consultants. We have some of our team members that I coach that don't miss it. And this is something they can pass on to their doctors, or hopefully we'll get more of our practices listening. And I think that this recording with you is something that is a big ache and pain in dentistry right now, is where to spend their money and not being so afraid. The doctor doesn't have to be the business owner doesn't have to be the one to be good at this part of it. You could find an assistant that might be loving marketing and would love to do things with intention. And if you gave them the right amount of time so they could do this, or they collaborated as a team, I really think that this will and does help take the pain out of dentistry and put the heart back in. So you hit the nail on the head for us. Thank you.
under 10 minutes. We've
Great.
all learned how to be better marketers, and we don't have to be great at it. Remember, it's just easy math, even if you hate.
Yep.
And so then see you at the crafts table. I love to get
Yes, I know. That's my favorite game. That is my favorite game. When I go play, if I do go and I want to, and I'm going to spend a little money, it's always craps. And I hated math when I was in high school. I hated math. I hated stats. And now it's all I do as a consultant is math and numbers and things for all of my clients. So, oh wow, that was great.
Yes, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Kristie, we're going to put all of your contact information in the show notes so that everyone can get a hold of you.
Yes.
And in the meantime, y'all, Heart of Dentistry podcast friends, we'll see you at the crafts table. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.